Hi. Charlie here today. I didn't think I was going to do a video. This is only my second time being out. I don't know what my voice is going to sound like. I don't have an accent. I don't have a particular speech pattern. I don't know what I'm going to sound like. I guess that's why I want to do this video. I'm doing it for any new alters that are formed and haven't like felt yourself out yet. I'd prefer if people don't talk about me or comment about me or anything. I prefer to stay quite private. I'm Charlie. I'm gender fluid, so sometimes I'm a guy and sometimes I'm a girl, and I don't know, sometimes I'm not anything. But like I say, I've only ever been out once, so I don't know too much about myself yet. Apart from the fact that I'm like quite reclusive, and also that I get flare-ups, like I get really pissed off really quickly and really easily. I am pissed off today because we can't fucking decide who we are today. Like, we follow what M would do, and like we follow like, you know, we go down, have breakfast, let the dog out for a piss, but then it's like, what do we do? Because we don't know who we are. We're all just like a big jumble of people. And it just pisses me off, so I force myself out. Usually I don't like being out at all because I don't want to be part of a system. Like, that's why I was so private for so long, because I didn't want anybody to know who I am, because I don't want like somebody to be like, oh, hi Charlie. Like, I just don't want people to talk to me. Maybe that'll change in future, I don't know. I've only been out once. But yeah, I wanted to say a bit about how it's like when no one is fully around. Like, we don't know to wear a binder. I'm wearing a binder right now because we didn't know if maybe Ren was going to come out or maybe Felix was going to come out. Also, I'm feeling vaguely more masculine today. Whoopoo. I wish I wasn't this way. I wish I was just one set gender and I knew what I was about, but no. And I wish that we didn't get like sticky in the middle situations where it's like, should we watch YouTube? Because that's what M would do. If we do, then what do we watch? All we can tell is that the littles aren't around because they have exhausted themselves by being out yesterday. It's just frustrating. It's hard to get anything done. It's hard to like do anything when you're just this soupy mess of not knowing how to dress because who's gonna be out. It's hard to be motivated when you're not a single person. And I think that's something that isn't really talked about when people talk about DID. They're all like, oh, it's really cool, you have like these alters and they're all different, and it's like, oh, that's really fantastic, but it's not like as simple as that. Like, sometimes you just don't know who you are because there's so many people around. Like, you know, this whole co-fronting thing? Well, when there's lots of people co-fronting, so we've got Ren, Lucy, M, Pepper slightly there, and me. That's 4 people. And I'm feeling like wearing a binder today. Ren's feeling like wearing a binder today. Lucy wants to basically be like attractive female. And M's just like, I don't care, I want to stay in pyjamas. It's like, we've got a mix of what do we do? And when nobody is like properly taking control and doing something, it's just tiring and nobody gets anything done. We were watching some TikTok videos on YouTube that are about DID and other systems and stuff, and that was pretty interesting for, again, all of the 4 of us that were like co-hosting. But again, that's the only thing we can find that we're able to focus on, because if we're like, right, we need to walk the dog, what are we going to wear? What clothes are we going to put on? Immediately it's like, we all flatline. It's like everything goes great. It's like nobody can decide on anything because we all have our own wants and dislikes. And then it's like, well, then what do we do? It was cool. I think maybe Em will do a video about what she liked about the TikToks. But I got really pissed off with them, because in a couple of them, there was one that was like, oh, the patchwork quilt. It's like, oh, how DID is formed for kids. And it was about a quilt, like a big blank blanket that then got cut up. It's like, no. We are not fractions. We're not like broken pieces of Emily. We're our own individual, unique people. We are formed at the same time as Emily's personality was developing and forming. We develop as separate individuals. If we're particularly good at co-fronting, then it's because we're easier to like communicate with them, and we share a lot of similarities, and we again are formed in the same body, but we're not broken fragments. We're not pieces of Emily. I am not Emily. I am not a piece of Emily. I'm not her angsty side. Right? People need to get this in their heads. Even people with DID and with their own systems are like, oh yeah, my fragments, my parts, my split off bits. It's like, no. Treat them how they deserve to be treated. They are people, individual people. Just because they're in your body doesn't mean that they're fragments of you. And it pisses me off that people keep perpetuating this, and so people believe that we're fragments off. So that Emily isn't a whole person. It's like, no. It's just insulting. And it's not just insulting to me, it's insulting to all alters. And also this narrative that is like, oh, hi, meet the alter. Like, Em's thinking of doing more meet the alters. Or, hi, you've met me, Charlie. But, like, when you do that, and when you're saying, oh, this is the personality, it makes it really fun and lighthearted, and everybody thinks it's all just, you know, cool and hunky-dory, but it's not. It's not for everybody. Like, for us, we're alright, because we're really good at communicating. Well, I didn't when I first started, but like, one of the TikToks that was good was explaining that dissociation is like a spectrum. So you can be a single person, not a system, like one person on this end, and still dissociate. So like spacing out is like dissociating, and like you can dissociate on this end of the spectrum, but it's just like you zone out for a bit and then you come back, or you daydream for a bit and then you come back. Over this end of the spectrum is OSDD and DID, which is where if you dissociate for a while, an alter will come out. Now there's all this space in the middle, and one of these TikTok things, whatever, was like, she's about here because she's worked with her system and has gotten better at communicating and all this kind of stuff, so she's kind of a bit more in the middle. Well, that's where we are, and that was really nice to see, because usually it's like you're either here or here. You either have amnesia, you can't co-front, and all your alters are completely random and wacky and wild and different. You have like 8 million of them. Well, we're only 10. You know, like that's only, you know, like where are all these standards coming from? All this stuff that's like taught that this is how DID is on YouTube. Like, people say, oh yeah, DID is formed when you're like your personality's broken off, or DID is amnesia. And it's like, just say can be. Use like better language, because that's not the same for everybody. I'm just glad that these TikToks are out there so that people can see a wider variety of what systems can be like. Just a lot going on today that I'm getting fed up with. I'm fed up with us not doing things because we're just so soupy. Like, it's almost like we only know who we are when someone's around so that we can say to that person, alright, I'm Emily, or alright, I'm Charlie, you know? Like, why can't we know who we are on our own? It's just really pissing me off. Yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. I just wanted to kind of share that. Oh yeah, and being a new alter and not knowing what my voice is like. You know, like Ren's got this voice that it is quite unique to them, and like Pepper's voice is slightly higher than Em's, and Lucy's is slightly lower than Em's, and like, I don't know, other systems have each alter having a different accent or something. I don't know what my voice is. And then if you don't know, and if you're not unique enough, like, what if I'm just Emily? But I know I'm not. And I don't want my only trait to be that, like, I'm the angsty one. I don't want my only trait to be, like, I'm the one that gets irritated by things. I probably look like shit. Haven't put any makeup on because, again, didn't know if we were going to be a demi boy or me, who gender fluid, I don't fucking know what I am. Didn't know if we were going to be Lucy and she would put heavy makeup on, so we just didn't put anything on. I'm here making a video and we've got our hair done and like, I don't know. I don't want to just turn people away from our channel by just being like irritated, I guess. I'm just irritated by things that are happening, not just in general. It's just hard, and it's just, I want to share that reality of alters, is that some of us like really struggle. Like Lucy struggles with depression. I struggle with being pissed off with everything. Like, I don't know who, you know, I don't know what I like. I don't know what my style is. I don't know what my favourite colour is. I think I like punk style. That's about it. You know? I know I'm my own person. I feel like I have feelings and thoughts, and I'm experiencing things as myself, as Charlie, on my own, not Emily. It's impossible to tell you that you know you're a separate person if you've never felt it, but you just know. Like, I just know I'm a different person, and like, look like shit. I keep looking over to the side and seeing Emily's face, seeing I'm wearing fucking glasses, seeing I'm wearing this weird jumper thing that only looks cool if you stand up. Just nothing's going right today, and nobody else is prominent enough to front. Nobody else is awake enough to take control of the body, apart from bloody old Muggins here. So you get a video from me. Who knows if Em will upload it. Again, I would, you know, I don't want people to really know about me or know who I am or talk to me and stuff, but I do want to share, and I'm flapping my arms around like Em does. Fuck. Like, I don't have my own vibe yet. Where was I? What was I saying? I want to be able to share with people that it's not all great. I think that's about it. I don't want to just keep rambling at you guys for like ever and just complaining and saying shit, but like also in terms of our life, like I'm looking over here at where I can see myself, and like I'm just not happy. I don't like it. I don't look anything like what I imagine myself to look like, but I don't even know what I imagine myself to look like yet. Em's working on drawing caricatures of all of us, and also her partners and her dog, that eventually she'll share with you. I think she's thinking of making it her banner or something. But there's no drawing of me yet, because we're not 100% sure what the fuck I look like. Maybe I'll work on that today. Also, we've got another video that Em's done that should be coming out that's about veganism, so be kind to her on that, because I can't be fucked with people like getting all up in arms. That's about it. Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm X, or whatever they called me before, which I appreciate because I don't want people to know me. I don't want people to talk to me, really. I just want to be left alone. I think. Who fucking knows? Yeah. I came around when was losing her last job, and it was really fucking stressful for her. That's when I first showed up, but who knows if I was existing before then, just dormant. I don't know, but that's when I came around again. And I think that's another thing with DID, you can still form new alters as you go through life. And I'm new and I don't know what the fuck. So yeah, this will probably be our most unattractive, uninspiring, worst video. God, look at my hair. But it's me. Hi, Charlie. And that's about it, I think. Maybe we won't even post this because we look so shit. And M does care about our fucking image. Yeah, basically, new alters, I feel you. If you're out there and you watch this, it sucks and I'm on the same boat with you. Also, DID isn't all fun and games. And thirdly, we're not fragments, we're not broken off pieces of the main host. That's all, I think. Also, number 4, it's not all fun games because if you're soupy all day and nobody bloody fronts, it's like you don't know what to do, you don't know how to dress, you don't know what activities to do, it's just a chaotic mess and it's really annoying, and usually it'll end up leading to either Lucy being depressed or being miserable and depressed herself, or Luke comes home and then it's just Emily. Because, again, somehow we know how to be individuals when we're around other people. When Luke's home, pretty much always Emily. So, little fun insight into the world of RDID. Almost everybody else is pretty happy with RDID, pretty much happy with the system, and doesn't mind sharing and all that shit. So everybody else is pretty alright. Just thought I'd check that in with you guys. Alright, I'm done. I don't think I should be rambling anymore. I apologise for this mess to edit. But fuck it, I just wanted to... I don't know. Alright, see you guys.